In this video, I will be showing you my Lone Wolf Wildfire gun build in Wonderlands. Before I begin, I will note that this build is far from being a top-tier Chaos 100 build. It lacks survivability and is very glass cannon in its playstyle. With that being said, it has great bossing damage and can push higher Chaos tiers. Firstly, let's go over the skill tree. Oath of Fire gives us some bonus fire damage to our guns, and Dragon Aura boosts our elemental damage. Rebuke is nice for proccing Wrath of Nature, which is a large source of our damage output. The rest of the claw points are filler. The Spore Warden tree gives us most of our damage with its two skills, Wrath of Nature, and Play the Angles. We don't invest any points in companion damage or companion resurrection, as we do not use companions on this build due to our chosen armor, which we will go over now. As our main gun, we use a Frost times 1 sword explosion, which does very high damage when combined with our spell Tidebreaker, which applies the soaked debuff. For our melee weapon, we use anything with Echo on it, as it combines with the sword explosion's burst damage nicely. I use a Cursed Wit for optimal damage. However, it further hurts our survivability, so you may want to use a body rune when mobbing as the damage is overkill. Any frost damage amulet with magazine size and all damage is optimal here. Magazine size will boost the sword explosion's damage by a lot, so we definitely want to look out for that. Double Shark's Bane rings are the rings of choice with all gun builds in Wonderlands, as they have the largest increase to your damage. This build is heavily gear dependent on getting a good Tyrant's Truth class mod, which boosts gun damage and has the Awe boost on it. This is very rare, as you can see I only have one with 1 point into Awe. Awe boosts our crit chance, and more importantly, our crit damage. With this build, we want to be aiming for crits at all times. I like to use the Tyrant's Truth as it fits with the aesthetic of the Lone Wolf build, and gives us a lot of gun damage, as we are dismissing 2 companions. As for enchants, be on the lookout for: on action skill, start increase damage dealt by 20%. On action skill, start increase gun damage by 40%. On spellcast, increase gun damage by 30%. On spellcast, increase damage dealt by 15%. I hope you enjoy the build.